Spotify presents ESPN Cricinfo playlist of the day. We're looking ahead to the IPL game between the Sunrisers Hyderabad and the Rajasthan Royals. I've got Dasgupta and Brad Hodge with me. They've picked 5 players again that we're going to watch out for on our playlist. Let's have a look at and see whose features. Josh Butler features after he was told to run home early in the dugout after Ashwin nicked his stumps. Gautam is there, the all-rounder from the Rajasthan Royals. David Warner, Rashid Khan and Bhuvaneshwar Kumar comprise of the Hyderabad contingent. Right, let's get underway. Josh Butler. Deep, is he still got the annoyance and nuisance of that last game in him? Or is he going to come back even more charged? Or would you just like for Butler to forget of what happened?
Listen, this is not the first time he's been through this. So I'm sure he has prior experience how to get over it. So yeah, I'm sure he's going to forget it. On a serious note, he's going to forget it and move on.
He's got some serious numbers in his last 10 games. And Haji, we know that if Rajasthan want to stand a decent chance of making the playoffs, they've got to maximize not just Butler, the points that will come with Butler in it, and that's what he's got in his last 10 innings.
Yeah, and it'll be interesting to see how he goes away from home, you know, facing the Sunrisers down there in Hyderabad. It can be a slowish wicket at times, and yeah, if the ball doesn't come on quite to the bat, he won't be able to play those scoops as effective, but what a player. I mean, I think he's in the top 5 T20 players in the world in the current status.
And also the best time to bat on a sluggish pitch would be to open, where he would. Yeah.
Well, Rajasthan might have to look at someone like Gautam if they're looking at Indian players to watch out for on that sort of pitch at Hyderabad. And we know Gautam's got the goods, Deep. 189 the strike rate. He can certainly bowl. He's got a bit of spunk about him, some charisma about him. You want to see that translate more into performance, though.
Absolutely, yes. Yeah. And change in attitude. I think he's a really good cricketer. Maybe something needs to change in his head to at least make him realize how good he is. And talking about this particular game on a pitch that Haji mentioned can be on the slower side, and Rajasthan don't have too many spinning options, so to say. So it's Shreyas and him, and he has to play a very important role there, especially against Warner and a couple of other left-handers there. So I think Gautam, his bowling would be very, very crucial.
Right, we can't praise David Warner enough for the kind of comeback that he made in the game against Kolkata, albeit in a losing cause eventually. But Haji will be hungry for more. He'll want to make a statement right through the IPL. He looked fit. It looked like he'd hardly been out of cricket from what we saw, and he's going to be key, especially as Hyderabad start their home campaign.
Yeah, key, no doubt. I don't think he'll stop. I think he's got the appetite for runs, and when Davey the Bull Warner's got that appetite, he's hard to stop. It didn't look like he missed a beat last game. And the other thing is his leadership on field as well. With minus Kane Williamson there the other day, I think will help. But, you know, Kane will be back. So just another added, you know, kernel on the field.
Yeah. And Rashid Khan is very good in the middle overs in the IPL, which only makes it that much more appetizing, Deep, if he gets to bowl to Josh Butler. We know Butler's had his share of issues against leg spin, but he's in great form, and the use of Rashid Khan in the middle, that could very well be the difference as always.
Yeah, I mean, it's not just Josh Butler. Every batsman in the world has had their issues with Rashid and the way he bowls. So yeah, that's not a surprise, and especially on a surface like this. I mean, you've got to be extra cautious, and it's very important. I mean, someone like Rashid, I mean, how do you plan against him? Do you just take away his 4 overs and plan against the other 16? But again, if you do that, you also have someone like Bhuvaneshwar and others as well who are not bad. So, I mean, that's one of the things I'm sure Haji will also would agree with me is you kind of think about bowlers like them, match winners. How do you handle them?
Yeah. Now, Bhuvaneshwar Kumar hasn't been bad, but he's not necessarily been as brilliant as he's been in previous years. That dot ball percentage is 57.5 in the power play in the IPL. Maybe it's more the death bowling that we're concerned about. At the back of that last game, Haji, when Andre Russell took him to the cleaners, it's a big season for Bhuvaneshwar Kumar as he looks to find his mojo with the ball before the World Cup.
Oh, he's had patchy form, hasn't he? Because if you're not playing consistent cricket, you come off the bench, you get a game, you sit a few out. Start to lose a fraction of rhythm, but I mean, he's a tremendous player. I mean, his execution of skill is great. He swings the ball up front. He's generally reliable to death. So Andre Russell can do that to anyone.
Yeah, and quickly on Bhuvi, you know, I mean, there's a lot of talk about resting the Indian fast bowlers before World Cup. I think Bhuvi is one guy who needs to play more cricket and get back into some kind of rhythm there.
Yeah, sure. We'll see how he goes. First home game for Bhuvaneshwar Kumar as well. Many thanks to Brad Hodge and Dasgupta. We'll see what their playlist is like for tomorrow. But for now, these 5 players comprise the Spotify Presents ESPN Cricinfo playlist of the day.
धक धक